Welcome to Dark Truths, Religion Uncovered. Tonight, we'll discuss a significant change in faith, how the importance of being relevant has sometimes overshadowed the need for faithfulness. In ancient beliefs, truth wasn't given to be simply accepted. It was meant to be obeyed. Prophets too are not sent to be understood. Their job was to be faithful. For example, Jeremiah was told that people wouldn't listen to him before he even spoke, and Isaiah was warned that his message would harden hearts. Jesus taught in parables that often confused rather than clarified. Truth was designed to confront, not to blend in. However, modern belief often sees relevance as a moral obligation. Messages are crafted to fit cultural norms. Teachings are softened to avoid offense, and silence replaces strong statements to keep from losing influence. While this feels strategic, ancient teachings would label it a compromise. Scriptures do not instruct God's messengers to change the truth for acceptance. They call for speaking boldly, regardless of how people respond. Faithfulness is measured by obedience, not how much impact one has. Many in modern belief resist this idea because being seen as irrelevant seems like failure. Being ignored feels wasteful, and being rejected seems unloving. Because of this, belief adapts. Harsh truths get softened, demands are rephrased, and warnings are postponed. But if truth must be reshaped to thrive, it has already lost its authority. Ancient believers understood that just being relevant didn't show faithfulness. False prophets were often quite relevant, telling people what they wanted to believe. True prophets, on the other hand, were often alone because their truths disrupted comfort. Modern beliefs frequently reverse this understanding, equating growth with approval and engagement with truthfulness. But scriptures do not make that connection. For instance, Jesus lost followers when his teachings became difficult, and Paul was imprisoned for standing up to power. Faithfulness frequently reduces relevance, because truth exposes what culture prefers to hide. This cause can be frightening for modern believers, because relevance offers safety. It keeps opportunities open and maintains platforms. However, faithfulness does not guarantee safety. It guarantees obedience. Ancient teachings emphasize that truth stands apart from culture. It judges culture instead of conforming to it. When belief prioritizes relevance first, it begins listening to culture over God. Over time, truth becomes mere commentary rather than a commanding force. Faith turns into explanation rather than a prophetic voice. The message might endure, but its power diminishes. Tonight's reality is sharp and clear. A faith that focuses on relevance will eventually weaken truth, until nothing remains that requires obedience. While faithfulness may limit the audience, it preserves integrity. Ancient believers accepted being overlooked because obedience was more important than influence. In contrast, many today prioritize influence because being ignored feels like a failure. However, scriptures never command influence. They command faithfulness, which does not seek permission to exist. So, we will conclude with a challenging question that ancient teachings would ask modern believers. If speaking the truth made you irrelevant tomorrow, would you still share it the same way today? Thank you for joining us on Dark Truths, Religion Uncovered. We want to hear your thoughts. Has relevance taken the place of faithfulness? Or does belief still proclaim truth, even when it's unpopular? Thank you for your time. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment to share your perspective. Until the next episode.